I have had people call me that say, hey, we got home and like there wasn't anything in our tacos. That's happened like twice. You know what it was?
How do you forget to put meat in a taco?
Exactly.
That's number one ingredient.
Exactly.
It's tortilla.
Exactly.
Here we go.
It's okay, bro. Chill. It's not that serious.
Something about drinking a chow just takes a whole lot better. But honestly, though, look at us and look at y'all.
Yo, welcome back to the San Leone Boys. It's your boy Griffin.
What's up? I'm the guy sitting next to Griffin, and my name is Kelvin.
And I'm the guy sitting on the other side next to Griffin. My name is Adan. And then, of course, we have Bazzo off camera. And today, a fun one, I feel like, man, or one that's long overdue. Owner of Sol De Mayo. They've been open since June 2019 on the 22nd.
18.
5 year?
18. Yeah.
18, 5-year anniversary coming up soon. Known for their authentic Mexican food, whether it's the tacos para la peda or the menudo for la cruda.
Right.
With some of the best brunch I've had in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Karina.
Hi.
I usually do the clap, but I was drinking. And
Yeah,
I
I felt like I had to clap for myself
Welcome
on this
welcome
one.
to the
You
show.
left me hanging.
I'm sorry.
Big thank you. And man, you came proper.
Yes.
Dog. Look at this next guest,
the
step your
thing.
fucking game up. Because this is
I'm sorry if you're coming after me, guys.
yeah. You gotta top this.
Who's coming next?
Titan?
Titan. Oh, yeah. You better bring some wrestlers with you, man.
Actually, well, he literally brought his shoes last
Yeah, he
time.
did bring his shoes. He did bring his shoes.
Yeah.
He's the one that started it out, bro.
Yeah.
I think so, with the gifts.
Maybe. Most times.
Yeah, you should have brought the Jordans, man. You would have.
You would have beat it. You would be the best.
I was thinking maybe like the small griddle doing the tacos here would have been
That'd
pretty
be
top
crazy. Okay, so
I think there's a fire thing with this building.
Okay.
They're probably-
Good thinking.
So open since 2018. This year is your 5th year
Right,
anniversary, right? Of being open.
Yeah.
So talk to me the idea of making this place at the mill, which by the way, if you don't know the mill, you guys need to go. It's just the whole place is a vibe.
Yeah.
Sol De Mayo's a vibe, and we'll get into more of our fun times there, but
Yes.
when was the idea of wanting to open a spot?
Honestly, the idea of opening a taco shop was something that was always like in the back of my head. Like one day we're gonna open a taco shop.
I think that's just being Mexican, really.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
all
you're
your
right.
life.
I think it's like we love tacos, right?
Yeah.
And if you're asking me, did Dalton had tacos? Like it wasn't like Dalton doesn't have this, but it was just you go to Atlanta and you go to these like really neat that are a little more hipster, or the really clean menu that everybody can understand, but still being authentic. So it was definitely something that I was like, one day when the time is right. And so I was actually on a board here with the Creative Arts Guild, and a friend came to me and she said, hey.
On a board with
the Creative Arts Guild.
what is
Are you guys
what is
familiar?
that? No, I mean a little bit. Vaguely.
Yeah. So basically, it's a nonprofit. So they have board of directors that are on there and help the organization. So at the time, I happened to be volunteering on that particular board, and a friend came to me and she was helping recruit businesses for the mill. And so I guess I was Mexican, so she came to me and said, "Hey, one of the things that we want to have at the mill is a taco shop. Do you know somebody?" And I'm like, well, hold on a minute.
I know myself.
And so, obviously, like it's a culture thing. They wanted to be able to approach someone and say, do you want to be? I actually think they had gone to places like maybe like the Tacos to Go or something similar. And I think they didn't understand the concept. Like I think they actually had approached others about, hey, we're opening this cool place. We definitely want to have a taco place. Because I feel like during 2018 or before, if you think about it, tacos became a thing. Like tacos have always, like, you're right, we've ate tacos growing up, but they became a really hipster thing.
Very
around
like in
that
pop
time.
culture.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Taco Tuesday stuff. Like, Taco
Yes,
Tuesday.
exactly. So,
The whites discovered.
Exactly. That's what happened. So, we talked about it and I said, maybe I'd be willing to check it out. So obviously it was a warehouse at that point. I don't know if you guys know this, but Sol De Mayo opened there in 2018 and we were there by ourselves for a year. Before anything ever opened.
Really?
So that first year was, there was always construction going on. Everything was closed or like blocked off. So it was even harder because you'd come into this massive building if you haven't been to the mill, but you pull in and you're like, is it in here? And then you come in and there's all this construction going on.
And so the mill, for people that don't, it was literally a factory, right?
Yes,
or something?
Yes. So it was one of the original cotton factories that started.
Whoa, hey, yo.
That started basically.
It's a trigger word.
The cotton industry started the textile. So then it got into, the bedspreads, which is how Dalton then got into carpet. So women I don't know in what year, so I don't want to say back in history, but women started
2003.
Okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure it might have been a little bit further back.
A little bit before
A little
that.
bit, 2000.
But they started with cotton, and they would spread the cotton and create like bedspreads, and I think that turned into carpet eventually. But that was one of the original cotton factories. Everything in the mill, as far as the build out, has original touches in it. So when you see all the woodwork and everything,
All the rustic, like
yeah. So the wood that
Smell
you
the
see,
racism in there.
no, but you know, you've got the wood, so that was like original woods in the factory. You know, everything that you see was actually the light that hangs over my cashier was in that factory, and I remember that was one of the last pieces in the build out that I didn't have a light, and I'm like, I just need to go find a light. And they said, we have this dumped one in the back of the warehouse, and I'm like, I'll take it. So it's just cool. There's a lot of history there for sure. Definitely think it's maybe haunted. I don't know.
Dude, that one picture you guys have there with like the old workers.
The old ladies?
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
a creepy
Yeah.
picture, man.
I don't like to be there at night personally, but I'm just a scaredy cat.
Do you think it's haunted? George is big on haunted. He thinks this
Really?
building's haunted a little
Really?
bit.
Yeah, no, like I don't know. I just find it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I've talked to Roger from Big Zax, and he said that he's heard like a
Really?
couple little like things here and there.
Definitely, I feel like you hear noises, but it's a huge old building. So, you know, I think that's what we tell ourselves to make sure like we're good.
Yeah,
so,
but I don't think this building's screaming for help. It might be a ghost.
were they screaming for help?
No, there wasn't. But
Just
but
odd noises?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he said, he just heard like a couple things like here and there, just like kind of like rattling or like hearing. He said that somebody had gone in there and told him that they can still hear like a buggy getting pushed.
Oh, really?
Like throughout there.
Wow.
But
Just because the cleaning people, they come after dark and they clean, dude.
What day was it? Because they're there on Monday.
I'm not sure. But we actually talked to him more like, we had a conversation about going in there at night and kind of like seeing if we can hear anything or
That's
see
awesome.
anything.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, I think with old buildings, there's probably bound to be something there. But I try not to be there at night because it is pretty creepy.
I don't know. That's one thing I've never believed in ghosts, man.
Same.
I don't know. I've never ever like I hear people's stories and dreams and they hear things, but like I live alone, like in my house, and I've never like I hear like creepy things, but I always just assume like it's the wind or it's like maybe like a cat or something.
Yeah.
But my first thing to go was never like ghost.
Yeah, I'm not. No, that was definitely a ghost. I'm like, no, that was anything. You know, a branch hitting a window.
Sure,
It was-
yeah.
It's like when girls say like, "Oh, I ghosted you," I'm like, I don't believe in that shit. You know what I
so
mean?
we just stopped talking.
text me back. You know.
Well, have you ever had someone that you are really close to that told you something that happened to them? So you're like, I've got to believe it because they're not, they're not making this up.
I usually don't get that close to people. You know, I just.
What about George? Whenever he tells you things, you know, what do you think?
No,
Like,
hey.
we hate each other.
Y'all
we're
not close?
Yeah, he starts telling me things. I'm like, shut up. We're not that close.
Oh,
yeah.
It's like we pretend to be friends on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, I don't know. I just think because I don't know. I feel like I've been in places where I should have heard something or should have seen something. It's not that I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
Just never happened to me. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just very skeptic.
Yeah.
Skeptic.
Never happened to me either, but that's what makes me wonder. Like when you have someone that you just believe in, other, that you are close to, and they tell you a story that this is happening to them, it's like, wow, okay, so is this a real thing?
Or
and
are
it just
these-
hasn't happened to me?
Or are they liars?
Or are they liars? Absolutely. Making,
Do you believe in weird dreams? Like if you have a dream that you believe like it's something else?
No.
Like if they mean something or
Yeah. Because I feel like that's I'm sure it's like in Mexican culture too, but in Dominican culture it's like big. Like if you like dream with somebody without teeth, it like means something. Or if you
Oh,
dream
yeah.
with snakes, it means something else.
I guess I don't feel like I don't believe that, but I know there's like people who really follow that. So it's kind of like horoscopes, I think you have the people who like really jump in and read like, oh, you're a Leo and you're this. I don't really know anything about horoscopes. So I guess I say I don't really know what all the dreams mean.
Oh,
but-
Adan studies horoscopes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know I'm big on horoscopes. I'm a
Okay.
Libra, sun rising,
Yeah.
moon.
Okay.
Scales.
He just doesn't hit on chicks though. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're a Leo? I'm a Libra. We're so compatible.
And you say any little like trait, I'm like, no, it's because you're strong.
Okay.
You're strong-minded, and you love your independence.
Which is
but you
literally
also,
everybody would say that about themselves. Yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
Yeah, I am strong-minded and I am passionate, and I might get a little angry sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just baby, you a Taurus. Come on, I know exactly what you need.
It's like fortune cookies, bro. It's
That's,
just,
I was just going
very
to say
basic.
that. Yeah, it
Yeah.
applies to everybody,
yeah,
right?
just smile more and you'll be more successful. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, whatever.
You're about to get through that problem you're having. Okay,
Yeah.
well, we're all dealing with something, I guess. No, I agree. I was just thinking the fortune cookie story.
So, was it difficulty whenever like first opening and like you said, getting the name across and the whole year of it with construction? How was that? Because then it was you and then spinning room. Was that the next, right?
I think Native may have opened really kind of in conjunction. I think Spinning Room probably maybe a little bit before, and then Native. They were working together at the same time.
Native is a restaurant?
Yeah.
They have beef?
They have beef.
Like when y'all showed up, and when they showed up, you're like, yo, we got to go like sabotage them a little bit.
Oh,
you know?
no. They have beef.
You said they have beef.
They have meat.
I thought she was like, he's like, yo, yeah. Now they got beef. I'm good.
I was like,
I got carne asada.
I was
Fuck
like,
that
they do
beef shit.
sell meat. No, because they actually cater to a lot of vegan, vegetarians, so they have a lot of the options. I'm like, no, I think they do sell meat.
Oh, okay. I was saying, was there beef? Like,
No,
when they showed
not
up?
at all. Actually, something that is really cool about the mill that I've got to say, it's like, we call it the mill family. I mean, it's a very small mall per se. So if you don't have change, you run to the other person or we really help each other out. I mean, I think we all try to promote each other. And I think in business, not even just being together at the mill, but if you support each other, like we all do well, you know? So I think if someone's having an event, I'm having an event, we all try to promote each other because it's good for all of us.
Because I feel like at the end of the day, you'd be like, oh, Sol De Mayo do something for their birthday, blah, blah, but you're still there.
Right.
And everything else is still there.
Yeah,
so that just
exactly.
doesn't mean you just have to go there. I might, stop by wherever and get a drink elsewhere.
Actually, like right now, that's actually one of the really cool things about the mill is that you can go as a group of friends or a family and say, okay, I'm going to get tacos. I'm going to get barbecue. I want this.
And you can all sit at the same table.
Exactly. And we're getting some new restaurants and I'm not mad about it. Like, I think that's great. Like, I think it just gives more
and then
options
just,
for people.
more. And then, because I know there's been times we started, at Big Zach's, got some tacos at Sol De Mayo, and ended in the spinning room at the bar.
Right.
We've done that.
Yes, for sure.
Counts of times. And I got to say also the Mimosa Tower.
The legendary.
Like I said, was giving us nightmares, flashbacks. So you wanted to do, like you said, a little bit of something more trendy, not just the
exactly.
authentic food as well.
Authentic.
But then add more. So
the only thing I would say it's funny because when I go to Mexico, the only thing that feels non-authentic is some of the type of tacos we have that we do just to cater to vegetarians, vegans, that kind of thing. That when I go to Mexico, they're like, you do a taco of avocado? Like what in the world? Which of course we eat that at home, but you don't go to a taqueria and say uno de aguacate, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that I think when we go to Mexico, it feels like, oh, you do this, like you do a spicy potato. Obviously, when you go to a taco shop in Mexico, it's like steak. That's pretty much steak, barbacoa. So that's the only thing. But as far as the food, everything is authentic. So I do have to even the picadillo is one that I have to explain to people because they're used to ground beef. And so I tell people our ground beef is a picadillo. So it's more like home style. It's got some potatoes, some carrots in it. So, they're used to going to a big chain and ordering a crunchy taco. And it's just the ground beef.
Taco Bell. You can say Taco Bell. Yo, Taco Bell. I'll say it on here.
So, but then you get the kids that are like, oh, I didn't want potatoes. So you do get those circumstances. And again, we just try to explain, it's just a little more home style. We make it like you came to eat at home. So that's what's really special about it, really.
And it's good. I mean, great menu. Like I said, the menudo. I mean, food's good, man. Vibes even better. But actually, excuse me, I have to do something real quick. Real quick, funny thing.
Okay.
I was talking to Bazzo. I'm like, yo, Bazzo, should I take my ex back? And he was like, no. And I'm like, why?
And I was funny.
And I was like, why? He's like, because if I can't get back with my ex, you can't get back with your ex. So Bazzo's still in love with his ex.
No, actually, the best thing Bazzo said the other day, he was like, man, if you read the Bible, Jesus always dies at the end.
Okay.
Bazzo also said too.
It's true, man.
We're just saying,
you're reading the same book over
True
again.
story.
We're just saying quotes about Bazzo. Bazzo said, if she ain't fucking, kick her to the curb.
What, Bazzo? What's wrong with you? God, dude, your nice guy personality is going down.
Speaking of Bazzo, this segment is brought to you by D Food Collab, located at 301 East Morris Street. Bazzo, what do you have for us today, brother?
I thought you were gonna say this is brought to you by Bazzo.
Oh, okay. This is so these are all old tweets, old Facebook posts, status of us three.
Oh man, you probably struggle finding mine.
Okay,
then, dude.
so this is all old posts of us three, and you have to guess who do you think wrote it.
Oh, God.
And these are old. I don't think some of us might not even know that
How old did we go?
From 2011 to
Oh God,
to 2011 to
To now? Oh, 2017.
All right, 2011, 2017. You have to guess
Okay.
which one of us three in this 30 minutes that you've met us,
Okay.
which one of us tweeted this right here
Okay.
or posted this. It's up on the screen.
Okay. I don't have my glasses on. I can't
Oh
read that.
man. All right, we'll read it. Okay, this says new number. Hit me up if you give a fuck.
Adan?
Yeah, that sounds like a dog.
Why?
Because I had a new number. I'm like, hit me up if you care. Whatever.
But you just put if you care, you put if you give a fuck.
I don't know.
All right, here's another one. Go ahead, George, read that one.
With this motherfucker, because he has a license. A license for what, man?
Why are you looking at me? I didn't like that shit. Who do you think wrote that?
Kelvin?
No, that was me too.
That's why I looked at you, man. What the fuck?
Well, why don't give it away? She's guessing, dude.
Okay.
Go ahead, Adan, read this one.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm in one big room full of bad bitches.
I don't know. Is
that Kelvin? I think that's
I would think Kelvin. I don't.
Was it me?
It was George.
Oh, shit.
George, what room are you in?
It's a big ass room, man.
I definitely would have put you last on that one.
That was George. What year? Yeah, what year was
Oh, no, I was probably back like 2012.
Oh, God.
He tagged Sol.
2012, you used to be in big rooms.
What did he tag?
Salvador.
Oh, he tagged Chava.
Yeah. Nah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, I'll read this one other shit.
Okay.
Going to Hamptons, going to beach with my whole team, some of my booze. If you ain't fucking with me, then I ain't fucking at all. Love you. What the fuck was that?
What? That sounds like a guy that was thinking as he was typing.
Who do you think said that?
Kelvin?
No, yeah, that's definitely COVID. That has to be COVID.
I was going to the Hamptons to the beach with my booze.
Okay, read this one.
All right. Okay. I definitely already know who this is. Why can't I just get her out of my head?
Who would put this on social media for everybody to see? Who do you think that was?
Adan.
Was it? Was that me?
No, that was
Who are you thinking about?
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Hey, man.
What about the range from Griffin?
Hey.
I mean, $1 billion. Your range is crazy.
It's probably one of the bitches from the big room.
That's a good point there because it's all over the place.
How far apart were those posts, dude?
No, probably like 2 days.
George went from a big room full of bitches to being heartbroken, bro.
Was it after being in the room? That's
Yeah, I think so.
You fell in love with one of the bad bitches in the room. That was your problem.
Man, that's back when Drake used to be big, you know, man. It still is, but like
Still
Take
is,
Care
yeah.
came out. It was like, yo, you don't need to be here.
Go ahead, George. Hit that one.
We was chilling with Cassidy today. We was chilling with Cassidy today. It was crazy. Pics will be up in a minute on my MySpace.
Oh my, MySpace.
Cassidy Hustler, man.
Okay.
Shout out Cassidy.
I think that was Kelvin. Was that Kelvin?
That has to be.
That's definitely me. I don't know why I was living like a rock star. My life was so much more interesting back then than now.
He's like, take me back there.
Okay.
Read it, Kelvin.
You know, that awkward moment where your friend just thinks he's ASAP Rocky. How often does this happen to somebody?
Probably a lot, man.
Adan.
That was who thought they were.
I was
A$AP Rocky?
A$AP Rocky, dude.
That was Griffin. Okay.
It was Griffin or Adan?
Or no, Don posted it.
Dude, I'm literally
But
crying.
it was about me.
He's crying.
Can you read this one, George?
Automatic. Leave him dead in the living room. Get it? Leave him dead in the living room. Lil Wayne.
That's a bar, though.
That's hard. That's so hard. That's so
Leave
hard.
Yeah.
him dead in the living room because it's a living room.
Yes.
Who do you think said that, Karina?
Adan.
I wish. Did I say that?
That was George.
That was good, dude. You were what?
Good job, dude.
He went. I can't get her out of my head. Leave him dead in the living room.
Oh, dude.
Room full of bad bitches.
He got aggressive. Needed a break from this internet shit. But now I'm back on. So hit me up.
and shit.
I feel like that's Adan.
Oh, I don't think so. Was that me?
I needed a break.
There wasn't any
You
abbreviation.
see, I was social media.
Where's the grammar, dog?
I can
I'm
tell
still-
now by
they
your
still-
typing.
they still call me out on my abbreviation to this day.
Okay.
But yeah, I needed a break. I was, the internet was just
was being hard
The
on
internet
you.
was just taking over my life.
No, this
Yeah.
was actually yesterday.
The internet gives us a beating
He
sometimes.
just put this up.
Posted this. All right. I'll read this one. New phone. Still have the same number in all contacts. Just want to let y'all know I got a new phone.
That sounds
Why?
like
Why was everybody changing their number back then? What was going on?
Griffin. That was a dog.
That's sweet.
Well,
You got a new
first,
phone twice?
first you said if they care. I mean,
Yeah, no, I changed phone numbers a lot back then. Yeah, I was like hiding from people. It was a long story.
this one was like really nice
You know what it,
and
you know what it was? Our parents weren't paying the bill, so they were hopping like service to service, bro.
I'll read this one, Griffin.
Starting my modeling career. For bookings, message me on here.
Hashtag
Squad, hashtag goals.
Who started a modeling career? Dude, hold on. This is big news. One of us started a modeling career?
They just never finished or what?
All right.
Hashtag try not to laugh.
Kelvin, did you start?
You think I started a modeling
I
career?
think it is. Is it
I
not?
mean, we talked about your shoulder.
Who is it?
Yeah.
It was also a Dawn.
Oh, this is me.
What?
What is wrong with me?
You started a modeling career?
They put a video of you like posing.
Oh.
Oh, let's see the video. We gotta see the video.
Hashtag.
Can we insert the video into
Oh,
the
we gotta see the
podcast?
video now.
Oh, actually, I think I know what you're talking about. I was in Spain. Slight flex, by the way. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember now.
Okay, I want to see how much of a model you look at
Can we actually not? Can we?
No, I want to see this video, dude.
All right, I guess.
I don't have the video, but I have a screenshot of the video, so I would just pull it up. Right
Oh man. By the way, shout out to D Food Collab, man.
Shout out
y'all,
D
dog.
Food.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yo, so tacos, right? Oh no, here we go. Hold on.
Is that not a model? Is that not? That's just a screenshot. That's it.
That's just your bag. That could be any guy. That could be
Yeah,
any
bro,
guy.
look at that view though.
For sure.
No, I remember. So a little bit of context. I was in Spain. We were there on a deployment, and we were just there, like whatever, Liberty, having fun, and it just looked beautiful. And that's when Instagram was just kind of like first allowing videos. It was just crazy when you think about it. I remember whenever Instagram first like implemented videos.
15 seconds.
Yeah, at first it was just pictures. And telling people that now, they'd be like, "What? I watch all my videos on Instagram."
Yeah.
But so videos were big, and Vine was still a really big thing. I'm like, oh, it'd be funny if you just put like some music on the background. I just like walk all,
Yeah.
sexy and.
It's definitely one of those in Spanish we say "con una como que no veo," like take me one.
Yeah.
I'm not paying
Yeah,
attention.
yeah.
It's like a modeling Instagram.
Like
moment.
off guard, like I don't know what's going on, but then obviously clearly you do.
You were an influencer before it was a thing.
I know, it was just crazy. And you know what, man? If we would have started this podcast like a couple years ago, because now they're so popular.
True.
Everybody has a podcast, but that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
I was terrible at it, but
Yeah. Well,
I gave it my best shot.
Well, I mean, but I wouldn't expect you to say a lot of those things.
think you
you
got-
said.
I didn't even expect you
yeah,
to
I
say
feel
a lot of
like
those
you've
things.
like changed your persona because I would have.
Yo, you cleaned yourself up,
Yes.
brother. Yeah, you're a success story.
Yo, hey man, the 2000s were a crazy time.
Okay.
What were we talking
Okay.
like that? Why were we so
It
aggressive?
was so mad. Why have 3 different phone numbers, dude?
Why was I having lunch with Cassidy, dude?
And why are we like, if you fuck with me, fuck with
Who's
me?
Cassidy?
Yeah, who's Cassidy?
Cassidy, I'm a hustler.
rapper.
No, I'm a hustler,
rapper?
homie.
Literally the rapper?
Yeah. I was having lunch with Cassidy. Like,
Word.
put up the picture, Bazzo. There is a picture.
mentioning him.
Yeah, there's a picture of me and Cassidy
No, it's
together.
not.
There is.
No, you're lying to me.
Yeah, he went.
Pull up the picture, Bazzo.
They were neighbors.
Okay.
God, we're working Bazzo overtime, dude.
Yeah.
Bazzo's gonna quit after this.
Yeah. Thank you, Bazzo. By the way, any chips, guys? You guys want some chips?
And some chips.
Yeah, I'll get
also.
some chips.
Bazzo
man.
chips.
dips.
Yeah. So Miss Karina, where were you born, by the way?
Mexico,
Mexico. What
Yeah.
part?
Tamaulipas.
Tamaulipas.
We're
Right? I'm from
paisanos.
that, the dangerous state.
Yeah. Do you go back often, or probably not because of the dangers?
No, yeah, I do. I'm trying to go back in the next week or so, hopefully. But
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where my
But-
parents are from too.
Oh, really? What part?
Like
Matamoros, like
it's like 30 minutes away from Reynosa.
Oh, I'm from Reynosa.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever talked about that with your sister.
Yeah, it's the little town's called Rio Bravo.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like right there.
definitely. I know where Rio Bravo is.
But yeah, no, like I used to go with them all the time. I haven't been in a
Really?
while.
Yeah. No.
Ever since it got worse.
That's interesting because usually I tell people where I'm from and they're like, I have no idea where.
I
it is.
don't know. I wouldn't know if it wasn't for Griffin.
But yeah, no. So I was born in Reynosa. Some of my
Oh,
family.
beautiful.
Yeah, some of my family still lives there. A lot of people live in Texas now, but it is obviously born. Are you okay?
Bazzo just passed out.
I told you at the 15-minute
He's
mark.
on the floor.
At the 15-minute mark, this is just gonna go super downhill.
Will you fill me up?
Oh no, we're good.
Awesome.
I got you.
Thank you.
You should hire me. I'm actually pretty good at this.
All right, you are pretty
Look
good
at
at that.
You know how many times people try to hire
Thank
him,
you so
but then he
much.
tells them the hours he's trying to work. I'm like, no,
He tells us the rate, and we're like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, tell them the hours. Tell them the
That's not
hours.
really the money. I don't really care about the money. It's just like I could probably do like Monday through Thursday, like 12 to like 3.
Okay, that's my rush hour. Got you.
Yeah. So there you go. You get me in there 3 hours. I'm in
Yeah.
there now.
But yeah, it's nice to like that you even know where it's at because most of the time people don't. Atlanta has pretty good population of people from Tamaulipas, but Dalton, I don't really know anyone here.
Yeah, I think it's maybe like 2 people. I
Yeah,
might know.
seriously. It's probably my mom and my brother. But yeah, no, I do try to go back. I used to go quite a bit. Then Mexico got pretty crazy, so we kind of stopped for a few years. And right now, before the pandemic, about 2 or 3 times, but right now, probably once a year. Yeah, I'm trying to go back. My grandparents are there, and they are obviously getting older, and so I'm really trying to make that happen.
What were you doing before opening up a restaurant?
Well, I still work.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Full-time still?
Full-time, yeah.
Really? I did not
yeah.
know that.
Yes, I do. So I think that's a very, I don't even know if it's a Latino thing or an entrepreneur thing, but there are many people who open a restaurant, or open a business and still work. And I don't know, for me personally, I have worked for the same guy for 11 years. And I think it's just like when you've been somewhere a long time and you just feel like you're doing okay, it just kind of, you feel like
and then
leaving
why
that.
Why not do both? Like, why not make money with your business? And then if you also have like free, if you could hire people to do that job, why not you go somewhere else and also
True.
make money?
For sure. I mean, the intention wasn't like Karina was going to be stuck in the kitchen all the time. So in a way, it kind of has worked out. That was probably one of the really hard things in the beginning is just finding the right team because we had good staff in the beginning, but it was like they wanted to work when they wanted to work. Which is hard because you're still going to open, right? I mean, if the cook that day says, "Hey, I just don't feel like I can make it," well, I'm like, "Well, we still have to like cook the food." So it was hard finding like the right.
Has that
team.
happened? Has it happened that you had a day where just people didn't show up, and then there's people showing up to order food? You had to like get in the kitchen yourself. Before?
Yeah. And I mean, I can definitely. I do get in the kitchen, which I'm usually in the kitchen. When we first opened, I really tried to be in the front a lot because, something like younger people. It's not that a lot of them are rude or don't have that customer service.
No patience on them. No
they're,
TikTok kids.
Yeah, and honestly, they're just quiet and shy. Like I feel like, and that gets confused often with like they were rude.
Right.
Because when I do get like a bad review that says, "Oh, like the front person was rude," I mean, I want to kind of dive in and be like, were they rude? Like, what did they do, or were they just really quiet? Because I do have cashiers like that I feel like. I just want to take, I always talk to them and really, I always tell them, I hope you move on to greater, bigger things. But while you're here, I hope you learn some things. And, talking to people is a big thing and people just don't, it's kind of like a lost art, the whole customer service thing. But it was hard in the beginning. So you would have, again, I started with cooks that knew what they were doing, but then again, wanted to show up when they wanted to. And that was tough.
So how long would you say it took to finally get a team established to where you don't have to be there every day? Like, hey, we're gonna open, but I don't want to. I'm gonna sleep in.
Yeah,
I trust my team to.
About a year. Yeah, about a year. I felt like I had a good team. That first year was rough, and I'm gonna like after that year. That's still again probably the hardest thing about opening a business is they don't understand it like you do. Like at the end of the day, I think that's probably the downside of having another job that I feel. If anything, I don't feel like people work like you're gonna work. They don't treat customers like you're gonna treat them.
I'm not gonna try it.
But again, like you said, I mean, why not if you can do it? It's worked out so far. My mom and my brother helped me, so that helps tremendously. So we try to make it happen.
It's something that you're gonna hold more near and dear to you than they are.
Right, exactly.
So you as the owner, you're gonna care a little bit more.
For
So
sure.
it is. And I feel like we talk like a lot of like businesses say that. So it's hard to find someone that's going to care as much as you do.
For sure. And I think about it. I mean, there's recent times that I'm like, okay, I think I'm just going to do this full time because there's ideas and things I want to do, but no time or, the staff or whatever. So it is finding that balance, like being able to manage it and know that, you got the team in place that are doing what you want them to do. It's not easy all the time.
When you decided to do like a taco place, was there any like like any people around you telling you like, oh, like another taco place, there's so many Mexican restaurants, like that's not gonna work, or like anything like that?
Actually, no.
No? God, you got no haters around you?
No.
This feels great.
Life is wonderful. No. Being honest, no, I really
Did
didn't
you have any doubts yourself? I'm like, maybe this might not work because there's so many like Mexican restaurants around me.
I think my doubts were really because I didn't know what I was doing. And I think that's what I tell people now. Like, I know you guys know Joe, and like we were talking about when he was opening his place. Joe
Swisher?
Yeah.
Papa Swish.
Papa Swish.
I think we know Joe better than you know Joe.
You think
man.
so?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've known each other a long time.
You know he rapped.
We had a thing.
Him and Adan, hugged up. So
And then,
really?
You know he rapped as well. Yeah, he's on SoundCloud.
he had a rap career.
I'm pretty close with Joe, but not that close.
Yeah, ask him about his rap career, man.
Okay.
It was good. Like, I feel like for like back in the day, it was very good. It was
Very 2000.
very 2000s. Yeah, very
Okay.
2000s.
But just know there's a reason he's a chef now, you know?
Yeah, okay,
All right, we
gotcha.
get it. Okay, yeah, we get it, dude.
No, I think it was like the fear of like you don't know what you're doing because, and I think that's not that people were like, do we need another taco shop? I think it's like, are you sure you want to go into a restaurant because that's really hard. And restaurant is one of those things that people will always tell you like it's what you don't want to get into.
Right.
You work all the time. You know, there's always something going on. But we've made it work. We've been there almost 5 years.
And so, what were the some of the ideas or something that makes you different as far as to not just a mom and pop taco shop where you brought this like authentic, like hipster trending like place? What were some things that you incorporated to bring that into fruition?
I told you when I got here, I'm not a cool person, so I didn't really bring anything
You're cool
cool
to
to the
us.
table. But just, like you said, the mill is just an awesome vibe. Like the place itself, when I was telling you guys the story that my friend took me there and this is what the vision that they had, I literally told myself, this is probably the worst time to do this, but if I'm going to open a taco shop, it's going to be here. And so I think what I brought is just this, like my vision to the space, like just a place that you can hang out, get the authentic food. But again, we had good tacos, but I had friends, white friends that were like, I want to go, but I don't know how to order. They don't have a menu. They don't have a place to sit, different reasons around town. And so I thought we need that. Like, why are people going to Atlanta to pay more for a taco that we could have here?
Yeah.
A little bit of a better product. I mean, I don't claim to be the cheapest taco in town for sure. But we do use good meats and we really try to elevate our tacos. So I think when not just being authentic, but really trying to use top-notch meats, I think that makes the difference too.
I think that, and then when you started incorporating the brunch and the mimosa towers,
And like you were the first in town, I
Yeah,
think.
we were
to
the
start.
first.
I do not, because I don't remember anybody else because brunch was, I feel like it just recently kind of in the past
Right.
couple of years got very,
It's kind of like the tacos. First
very
tacos
trending.
were
Yeah.
hit, and now
The
brunch is
brunch.
hit for sure.
and then brunch was very trendy, but a lot of people going to Chattanooga for brunch or,
True.
whatever. And then when they would go for brunch, it would just be mainly American food. You never go
Right.
for like a brunch
Yeah.
and then tacos.
But if you think about it, like this is something I tell people all the time. If you think about it, Hispanics have been brunching our whole lives.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about like our parents getting up on the weekend to go get barbacoa at the meat, at the Loa or wherever, we really, and menudo, the cruda food, like we have been brunching our whole lives and didn't know it. So it just, it was neat to add something that, we needed to, again, like I was mentioning, the mill is one of those that it's hit or miss. People know we're there or we don't.
Right.
So on the weekends, it was nice to add something that people were like attracted to, the brunch. And I remember I wasn't a brunch person. Like I had never done brunch. I didn't understand the hype of brunch. And I went to brunch once in Chattanooga and I'm like, now I see what people like. You can drink all day. It's early in the day. Like we're good. And so then I thought, why not in Dalton?
Yeah,
like,
you could decide.
You don't have to drive to Chattanooga. So I'm glad you guys have.
Yeah, no, I
enjoyed.
think brunch is beautiful, man.
It's one of the,
It's
one of the
beautiful.
most
Like,
beautiful.
You just wake up early in the morning, you go 11, 12, you drink till about 2. Then you take a nap, and then you wake up like around 6, 7, and then you can
Right.
decide: do I keep drinking again? Do I
Yeah,
go back to sleep?
exactly. I think that's a T-shirt right there. I think our new Sol De Mayo shirts are going to say brunch is beautiful.
Brunch is beautiful. It is.
It is. Like, I remember I thought to myself, I was having many mimosas. I went to the bathroom and I thought, why do I feel like I'm at the club like when I was 21?
You walk outside, it's just daylight, and
Right.
It's just super
It's just-
bright.
And it's just champagne and orange juice. You never think that would
That's
do
it.
that to you, right?
Exactly.
something.
Yes.
It's just something about drinking during the day because you're not supposed to, right? We're taught go out in the evening, have a drink. It's dark outside, but something about being
Take care of your
outside,
kids.
outside in broad daylight while being drunk. It's like
It's like, and it's accepted.
This isn't supposed to happen, but it's
We
okay.
rode bikes one time while we were drunk.
Wasted, dude.
Yeah, terrible. Idea. Don't ever do anything
do
like
it.
any like
don't recommend?
workout. Nah, this
This
is
guy,
always bad.
he lost a tooth at Sol De Mayo, one of your brunches.
So
Oh, no.
So it was all right. So it
No,
was
no,
broken.
no.
It was
the
broken.
reason we're here is because I want my fucking money.
he wants his tooth back.
It was
no.
broken. It was broken already.
Your
once.
tooth was broken?
Okay,
What?
so I went to a brunch at Stir, right?
Okay, yes.
Yeah. First of all, Sol De Mayo,
Can we
way
mention?
better.
Can we mention
way better.
Star? Okay, that was the first place I went. To
Yeah.
brunch.
Yeah. Stir's all right.
I mean, it's $1. $1
Stir's
most
good,
of the
Stir's good.
time.
I went to Stir and I broke my tooth at Stir, my original tooth that I had in my mouth.
Yeah.
Then I went to the dentist and they like did the whole
it fixed,
filling, And then I went to Sol De Mayo. It's when you had Sesto Elemento there. That was like a whole thing.
It was one of your
It was an event.
birthdays.
Yeah. One of the anniversaries.
Yeah. So then that day, me and Johan, one of our friends, decided we're gonna chug a beer, but with no hands, right?
Glass bottle, dog.
Yeah. So I get the glass bottle. I get the glass bottle like right here.
Pause. Yo, pause.
Hold on.
No pause. No
Yeah,
pause.
so I get the glass bottle like right here, right?
Oh.
And then I go like that, but then the bottle hits my tooth. Yeah, so then I literally filled my tooth like through my tongue, like rolling down my tongue, and I like closed
And
my
you
throat. Yeah.
No.
And then like I
You
spit
can
it
do
out. I spit it out, and then like literally half my tooth is in my
No
hand.
way.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, so if you could-
Pause all that. Pause all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, if you could cut the check for like, like I think it was like $500, that'd be great.
Damn.
So and then he comes.
$5 million at least.
He comes to us.
I show up.
he shows up. Sorry, pause.
He busted the same time as you did too.
He whatever. He shows up to our table, and because we were like, I don't know where he was at the time, but then he just comes over, mouth like this. He's like,
Yeah.
opens his hand, his tooth. I'm like, no, you lost your
No.
tooth
No,
again.
you gotta start saying no before that.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
before
you're
I'm
like,
like,
no. And I literally open my hand and my tooth is in my hand.
Oh my God.
And then we punched him.
And I broke the
Wow.
other tooth.
Which I remember that time was just, I remember literally someone on top of the table there at Sol De Mayo.
Yeah, throwing
and
open.
just,
Yeah, that I remember that.
And then I
time.
remember,
So is that when you realized you were over your head?
I realized that if we have events, we're gonna be there for like 20 hours. And honestly, that time, which again, going back to the brunch, it was actually really nice because it was during the day and it ended like at 4. So I thought, okay, it's not terrible. It's not 4 in the morning because I don't know if you guys know, we had an event right before COVID where it was in a big room and we had Sexto there and it was like a big concert type thing and it was at night. So this was it was a lot better because it was going to be during the day. And everybody was gone. It was hard to get people out because they're
Right,
drinking. But we had people drunk in the bathrooms that like didn't know where to go. I mean,
where am I?
yeah, and one girl, I think her friends left her, and she
Yo,
was-
you need to find better friends.
she,
That's
yeah,
terrible.
we kept
Facts.
saying that. We helped her out. I mean, I hope
Kelvin,
she's okay. She may be
Kelvin threw
watching
up on
this.
us, and we make sure we
she
take
was-
it
I've been a
she
real
got-
piece of shit to these guys before. They've never left me ever.
She was sick and like they left her and she was by herself. She didn't have a ride and was throwing up in the bathroom. I remember my aunt had come to help us clean that day.
Hi, mija.
And she's like holding her hair. She's like, I'm helping her in the bathroom. She was really sick. And they really had left her. So we were like, so it was interesting. Like, yeah, we had
What do you
champagne.
call the police?
No, you call Big
No,
Raj.
eventually her friends came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a friend came back for her, thankfully, because we didn't know what
Oh,
to do.
they were just letting her take a nap.
You should have taken a
Like,
big
we'll come
axe. He would have just started throwing axes to see sobers up.
No, we were worried, but it was interesting that day. It was great. I mean, people came to support. That was wonderful, but it was all over the place. We didn't expect the champagne showers. The moment I
Bro.
see the champagne in the air, I'm like, oh, okay.
And literally at one point, it's just me and my brother. We just had beers, and we were just doing this.
Really? Yeah, people
to
were
each
buying
other,
the
dog.
bottles to do that. We actually ran out of cold champagne, and people were buying the bottles. And so they would come to the register and say, "I want champagne," and we said, "There's no more." And they would take it hot because all they wanted to do was shower with it.
Yeah.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
dope. That's
That is
dope.
crazy.
Just
That's
give
so
me the
cool,
hot
though.
champagne.
And then I've seen there's been times that we went and we've gotten, because I feel like when we've brunched there, we've literally, I think one of us gets there, like, yo, get the first tower, and then like as it goes, everybody
Yeah.
gets at least 3, 4, 5.
Oh, for sure. I'm telling you guys, I knew when y'all were there when I would come in and they're like, there are 8 towers in. And I'm like, what?
Because I think the one time we went in there and like, I think y'all ran out of clean towers to like use, and then like I'll see like people wheeling out like another like tower
Another
in the
tower.
box, and then like that same day, like maybe a couple hours later, they ran a
Another
champagne.
tower.
So then everybody's like, "Yo, can you like relax?"
No,
you,
you
brother.
guys brunch hard, which I mean, if you're going to brunch, you might as well
Brunch
use right.
hard.
Almost too hard, really,
Yeah.
man. It's
Yeah.
almost like one day I just want to have a nice brunch with the boys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like maybe not even drink or anything. you know?
just hang out, just eat.
Nah.
Talk about
No,
life.
You guys do it right. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. If you're gonna go brunch, you better go
brunch
go
and
do it.
brunch hard.
Yeah, for sure. So no, I mean, like I said, I would recognize you guys because they would say, "Yeah, I think they're like, several towers in." I'm like, "All right, it's a good day. It's a good day for us, right?" I see you guys walking in. I'm like, "Yes, it's a good day."
So funny because today we went and then I went and ordered, right, and I remember she's like corn or flour, which is always offensive to me, right?
What is
like
that?
always
Why is
offensive.
that offensive
They
to
ask me
you?
corn or flour, I'm offended right away, dude.
Why?
Because I
Should be
definitely
corn all the way. Or
yeah,
is what you're
corn
saying?
always,
Yeah.
corn always.
But you know what? That's something. I was telling you guys that we implement a lot of things of like where I'm from. Where I'm from, the street tacos in the street, they ask you corn or flour.
really?
They do
It's
flour
yeah,
over there?
flour
Really?
for sure. And they're the little and they're
Yeah.
flour. And so it's just a thing. So a lot of the things that you see at our place is because that's kind of we're actually more of a flour state. Like corn obviously is better for you, but you know that when you go to Tamaulipas, you're gonna be eating some flour tortillas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's really one of the reasons.
So
I'm sorry it offends you.
I did. That was first of all, that was the first thing that offended me. The second thing that offended me was that she asked me for my name, dude.
What are you kidding me? I lost a
I don't-
tooth
What
here.
if she was hitting on you?
She probably damn.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't catch it.
Because
dude.
afterwards, she asked you for your number. Remember, you don't need the number to order.
She asked me for my name. I don't know why. Like in Dalton, I feel a little offended if somebody asks for my name.
Really?
I just feel like people should know me.
you.
I
Oh.
know, and I know that sounds. I know that's fucked up of me. I know, dude. But I don't know. I feel like if people ask me for my name, I'm just like, come on, man. You know
Come
me,
on.
Stanley Only Boys, Kelvin.
I guess to a certain extent, you know when
I'm the problem. I'm the
you
problem.
are the problem. You are the problem.
It's not you. It's me.
But no, I've been at the gym and people coming up to me like, yo, man, see the podcast. Blah, blah, blah. That's dope. That's dope. And
Gets to your head, dude.
no, I mean, no, I always appreciate oh man, thank you so much, dude. I mean, you should come on sometime.
Dude, I'm the janitor here.
I didn't meet them at the gym, by the way.
Yeah, no,
Like,
no, no,
I
no.
don't go to the gym.
And
I
but
need to.
long overdue, man.
Are we going to the gym?
No, wow, come on,
God,
dude.
you're a
You
piece of
coming on the
shit.
show? You're a real piece of shit. Long overdue of you coming on the
I
show.
agree. I
Karina.
got to get in there.
No, what are you doing later?
Apparently going to the gym.
I know he said long overdue.
No, I'm long overdue of you coming
No, I know
on.
what you meant. You just said it at the wrong time.
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
No,
my
like I gotta say, I mean, whoever like I saw you guys at Joe's place the other day, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna come see y'all, and I'm like, I don't know who's talking
Yeah.
to me on Instagram, but I gotta say, like, whoever messaged me at some point, I was like, I don't know why they want me on there. Like, I'm not.
Really?
I'm like the second not cool person on here now.
No,
Is that what it is?
I didn't say that.
Number one,
Hey,
this
so,
is-
hey, guess who the first one is, dog?
This is one of our like best solid episodes.
No,
this season,
honestly,
man.
this feels good. It's like a good
That's awesome.
just
That
a
makes me
good
feel
us. A
Katie,
good like
you got
messing
us-
Am
around.
I coming back?
You got us
Fuck
drunk,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
You got us drunk, which is the number
Okay,
one thing.
all
You
right.
get us drunk,
Well,
you're there.
we still have the big champagne.
Oh, let's
glass.
bust it out, dude.
Pour it
Let's
up,
bust
pour it
it
up,
out.
pour it up. Oh, that's Tanya, by the way. That's
Hi,
his
Tanya.
wife.
That's
dude.
my wife.
See, she knows better than anyone. You get these boys drunk. That's it. You got
That's
them.
awesome.
You know?
It's really hard not to like get one of these.
No, George.
No,
Don't you
George.
dare, dude. But if you're gonna do it, you might as well just chug the whole bottle.
I'll do it, man.
Okay, all right,
No, you're
yo,
not. You're
And
literally
then
done.
so-
How many days? 70,
72.
No, he's not gonna do it.
72 days. George has not drank. I think he should make it to the 100-day mark. So I think
I
you
think
should
that
not.
deserves a
I
round
think
of
you should.
applause.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
And again, he doesn't have a problem. For everybody watching, he's not. He didn't have an issue.
No,
or
my
anything.
problem is that I'm not drinking right now.
Yeah.
That's my
His,
problem.
his problem was his tolerance was way too high. He was spending a lot of money to
My
get
boy,
drunk.
my boy Morgan Wallen said, they say I have a drinking problem, but I don't have no problem drinking at all.
Oh,
Oh,
Morgan
that's
Wallen
like
got-
that's the way to my heart. You
Yeah.
said Morgan Wallen over there?
Yeah.
oh, Morgan Wallen's hard, dude.
Gotta be careful though, because he also said
I-
the N word one time.
Yeah,
but he said it
be
with-
careful with that.
But he said
Um,
it. He said it, you know, like with his boy, like an A, right, or
Said it in
whatever.
the- yeah, he definitely did the A.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I mean, I feel like it more. You're more. No, you can talk about it more than I
Why
can.
would I know? Why would I know?
Because you're black, dude. Obviously, that's a whole bottle.
that's a whole bottle.
All
say-
right, I'll chug it.
Those are new at Sol De Mayo.
Let's see how
so.
many. Let's see how many chugs it takes in between us.
Okay,
two.
so what does this go? What does a mimosa and this giant cup go for?
That giant cup is going to be $12.
Oh,
That's a
that's
steal.
not bad.
That's
That is
a
a steal.
steal.
That's a steal, right?
And the tower's
Oh,
how
it
much?
is.
Put a little
The
bit of OJ
tower
in there.
is $39.
Okay, all right. So definitely this is great.
And Can you tell them how many bottles of champagne goes in the tower?
A little over
Who
3.
decided I was drinking this?
You said it. You're like, I'm gonna chug it.
I mean, you can put it over
Well,
here.
we'll
if you
split
need.
it. Let's see how many chugs it
I
takes
just want to
between
show
us
these
two.
off because these are new and
Oh, dude, look at that. I love how the way it looks when the juice goes in there.
So like the art of Mimosa Towers.
Yes.
You said it was 3 bottles of champagne. A little bit more
a
than
little
3
more.
bottles.
Yeah, it's a little more than 3, and then in that whole tower we do 8 ounces of orange juice, which
8 ounces.
nothing, right?
Yeah, well, I gotta
So-
chug this first, right?
Dude,
If
I would.
If y'all think $39 is a little too expensive, but you're getting
No,
your
what-
money's
Yeah.
worth. out of
100%
that.
getting your money's
Yeah,
worth.
for sure. Yeah, and it's an Instagrammable thing, so get it. And
Oh no, and it's always good because you got everybody's eyes. Oh my, what did they order? I kind of
Right.
want to get that.
yeah, for sure. I mean, just so you guys know, we don't make money on the drinks at brunch. We just want you there to eat. We want you to take the photos. We want people to know we're there. But I think that's the thing with restaurants. Like you mentioned the other, they had $1 mimosas. That's what we have. We have $2 mimosas. We don't make money on them, but we want you there. We want you to go eat our food.
Yeah. I mean, but like, yeah, your first brunch spot in Dalton
Yeah.
to begin with.
Yeah.
And then
It's fucking crazy.
I'm drunk, dude.
I think I'm a little drunk too. So this brings me to my next point, right?
Dude, how did you come up with the concept for the fries?
For the fries,
I fucking love your fries.
do you?
Are you drunk? You're so drunk.
First of all, there's a place in Atlanta that I used to go eat at that has just fries with queso. So that was a thing that I knew I wanted to have there. So we do have just like the fries and the cheese dip. But honestly, I don't think you have to be the smartest person. I think you have to copy the smartest person. I follow a lot of places like in Texas, Mexico, California. I want to go do a foodie tour in California, hopefully soon, because they honestly have the most awesome things. And that was just something I was seeing. And I thought, let's do the French fries was like becoming a thing with different types of things. And I said, let's just throw a taco on it.
And I think that we've talked to other people and they've kind of said the same thing. Like with the birria, came really big on the West Coast 1st, Texas, California, and then they brought it over here. So I think that's
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're a smaller community here, so we gotta see what's happening and the same. I mean, like I mentioned, where I'm from, there's a lot of things that I want to do here that they just do over there, and it's very normal. People expect it, and here it's like, oh, I didn't like where I'm from. It's really big to do the baked potato with the steak in it. And that's something we haven't really played around with yet, but we keep saying since we opened that we want to bring that. It's a big popular item. But I'm glad you like the fries.
Yeah, I love the fries.
I will say we copied the same fry, that restaurant that I love in Atlanta. I told my food guy, I was like, that is the French fry I want. Find me that fry. And so we do use the same French fries.
You got a French fry guy?
no, you got a food guy?
I got a food guy.
That's
I mean,
hard. Yo, find this. I
Yeah, it's
didn't
like,
need
hey,
this. Figure that out.
I ate this thing back in 12th grade. I want you to find it.
yes, do you
Find
know?
it.
It's
Give
funny
it to
that
me.
you
This
say
guy
that.
traveling all over the world.
No, listen.
Just a montage of him going
It's
everywhere.
funny that you say that because we were talking about, do you remember, and you guys may be too young for this, but do y'all remember the donuts in school that
Yes.
like
Oh,
they
the
were
nan-
served warm? So I got a whole case of those from my food guy because I'm like, please find me this donut. But then it was a lot of donuts. Like next time I need to bring you guys some donuts. I split some with my brother because he loved those things, but it's like, yeah, my food guy came through with the donuts.
If your food guy can find the pizzas, the breakfast pizzas from school,
the ones with
that
sausage?
Yeah.
The ones in the red boxes?
plugged.
they come in
No,
a
they
red
just
box?
came. They
No,
just came
yeah.
like little squares.
But mine was like, when I was in school, they were a rectangle.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Like,
what?
right?
A
Like
rectangle.
long.
Mine were
Where did y'all go to
rectangle.
school?
Southeast.
Southeast? Okay.
Crossroads,
Crossroads?
mostly.
Homeschool?
Yeah,
Harvard.
Harvard.
He's like, we didn't.
That was homeschool and still got bullied. How crazy is that?
His parents were just his brothers and shit.
But
My mom would just push me around just so I could feel the school experience.
that's our job as parents, though.
Yeah.
Like,
To bully.
Yeah, we got to bully. And
Make them
it-
tough, right?
Make them tough, yeah.
Yeah, that's true because like I feel like with me it's more like my brothers. Like I feel like my brothers like talk so much shit to me and like beat me up so much. And there's nothing like anybody else could say. You know what I mean? Like to like get me
You
down.
think you can hurt me?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I got older brothers.
I get beat up at 7 in the morning every day by my brothers.
early.
Yeah.
Love that.
You said you're a mother? Or
Yeah, I am a mother.
How many,
Congratulations.
Thanks. I had 3 kids.
Oh, 3 kids.
Lots of kids. Yeah, and
Give
wait
it to
till
the
you hear
mothers.
the ages. I'm all over the place.
Okay.
So I have 15
Oh, grown.
learning how to drive, driving me around.
That's a grown man.
No, it's a grown girl.
That's
Well, tell her to move
And
out the
she's
house.
like
Get a
taller
job.
than she's like taller than me.
That's a
and it's
DD
just
right
weird.
there.
That's a
Yeah,
DD,
exactly.
George.
a DD?
That's traumatizing to a child, I think.
I think
No.
you're a DB.
No, honestly, I'm
No.
not a big drinker. This is probably like I'm gonna get drunk before.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, for real. I don't know how I'm getting out of here. Can somebody give me a ride? I'll have to call my daughter.
I got you. No, I don't know. Yeah, I got you.
So
I
I
got
have
you.
15 learning how to drive. She's a freshman in high school.
How was that trying to teach her to drive? Stressful?
Her dad has done most of it.
No, that's probably smart.
Yeah. She's doing great, honestly.
Well, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, why is that smart?
Yeah, why is that
Yeah,
smart?
why is that smart? I'm
Yeah.
drunk, so I don't really realize.
Yo, explain yourself.
First of all, I'm a feminist. Before anybody starts saying anything, okay?
Every time he gets accused of this,
Because I am.
I've heard it on the shows.
but then
But why?
No, it just like you said, you don't seem like you drive a lot, right? You said you don't enjoy driving.
What? You don't know where to go with that, do you?
Look, so
Well, you're
this is
just
what I'm
saying, let him
This-
take the risk, right?
Yes,
There you go.
and he's older than you, right?
You're
No,
not,
no.
So
I
you're
got
not.
nothing. I got
So you're
nothing.
not saying that girls don't know how to drive?
No, what?
Oh, no. And I got to say, I agree with that. I'm the person that...
Nah, so she agrees with it. So it's okay.
Listen, so I moved out of my house when I was 17. I lived by myself when I was 17. I went to
wow.
college and moved away, and I lived by myself, and I drove on the interstate. And I consider myself like probably a better driver than most girls. And usually when there's I am feminist, obviously, but a lot of times when things are going on the road, I can't help but think like that's probably a girl. Like, when they're doing something really dumb, I'm like, that's probably a girl. Why do I think that? I don't know. That's terrible of me. But we give like sometimes girls like we got to get with it. Sometimes
I feel like I'm the opposite. I feel like anytime something happens on the road, I always think it's a man. I don't know why.
A white man at that too.
Really? Is he old?
Picture a racist white man, right?
Like old, I can envision like old people.
Or I see I think of a lot being whatever non fucking realistic.
Yeah.
I see a lot. I picture a lot of younger kids, like dudes racing or whatever.
Oh, they're trying to learn how to drive.
No. I just think of like just guys driving like dickheads,
Yeah.
like 16, 17-year-olds racing. Because I used to do the same show when I was younger.
Okay.
In a fucking 2003 Mazda that was like.
But you used to win pick slips all the time.
But I had no right racing that thing.
Yo, man,
dude.
I heard it was like a fucking 5-second car.
It topped out at 85 miles an hour, dog. Like it wasn't going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I would drive it. I swear to God, like I was Dominic Toretto.
Yeah, you were cool.
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
Yeah, so
Still cool in my heart.
he's really done most of the work,
not
but
really.
but
Okay,
she's a good
so,
driver.
15-year-old.
15, learning how to drive. Freshman in high school. I've got a 10-year-old. About
too far apart
about to
there.
go to middle school, which is weird. And then I have a 1-year-old.
1-year-old.
Yeah, she's learning how to walk. So I like to tell people I have one learning how to drive and I have one learning how to
Is your
walk.
15-year-old like, yo, mom, what the fuck?
No.
No?
Why would
you-
she say that?
I don't know, man.
First of all, like I even talked to them before. I was like, like I really want to have another baby, like because I really did think about how that was going to make them feel. Like, are they going to hate me for this? And no, they were totally like. I mean, of course, they were total teenagers. Like, whatever, mom.
Right.
But truthfully, I tell people like. My 1-year-old is the baby we didn't know we all needed. She has been so much fun.
Oh.
Yeah,
Aw.
so
That's
and
nice.
it's like there's 3 moms.
Do you feel like there were mistakes that you made with the 15 and the 10-year-old? Then now you're like, okay, well, I'm not gonna do that one again.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely believe that you have a lot more patience. Like the older you are, you've just been through it. But I definitely believe the whole like this is my like something falls and I'm like, here you go, honey. Like it's fine, like the third child syndrome that not like when they're your first child, like you don't want them to touch anything and not fall and get the germs. And my youngest now, the 1-year-old, can drop her bottle and I'm like, here you go. Like who cares about germs? Like we're building our
Immune
system here. So I definitely think that you learn a lot and you just you have more patience. I think that's the biggest thing. We don't know what we're doing when we get started.
I don't think anybody does, really.
Yeah.
Nobody knows anything about anything
No.
getting started. You never know.
No, you never know. And I remember my 15-year-old, like she'd cry because you didn't know what was going on. I'm crying with her, calling my mom, like she won't stop crying. So yeah, I mean it's been special. It's
What's
been
one
nice
thing
to
you
have.
wish you knew when you started the restaurant business?
I mean, again, for me, my case, particularly at Sol De Mayo, is I did that whole build out. So for me, it really has to do more with build out, like not knowing how to really position things in a build out. Like when I got Sol De Mayo, there was nothing there. So all the walls, everything, the front, the back, everything had to be built. So I think for me, just learning how to do a build out in a restaurant, like what's needed.
And what would you say? So like, explain.
Like not moving too fast before you've
Before
finish
the
one
first
process.
date.
Yeah. No, like
First-
just placement of things, for example, or
Don,
no.
Don always moves too fast in the first
Does he
date.
move too fast?
my therapist
does.
was like, you move a little too fast. Well, like on the first
Okay.
date.
He does.
And I was like, what, babe? What are you up? Where are we going?
My
No,
boy, he always has sex on the first day. I told him stop doing
Stop
that.
doing it?
Yeah. Stop doing that. Let these girls wait a little bit longer. You know.
Yeah, seriously, you
Yeah.
know, hold on.
No, you're right. And but also my thing is physical touch. My love language
Is that your
physical
love
touch.
language? That's
yeah.
not. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
so,
get that. Yeah.
And it's something I'm working on, but
I'm impressed that you know your love language.
no, it's my therapist, and she, by the way, it's a lady.
Okay.
It's a woman. But I just love watching Wednesday and TikToks and stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm
It sounds like you're putting out a resume
What
right
do you
now.
mean? I'm just saying things.
Is this like a Tinder?
I'm just
swipe?
I
Hit me
just-
up is what
you
he's
know what I'm
saying. As
saying?
long
Yeah, I
as
think
we-
that's what it is.
Just know we've had 100 episodes and he still haven't hit him up yet. Over 100. But
as you
we're
were-
still hopeful. We're
No,
still,
just-
as friends, we're still
Just call
quoting
him,
we're
man. Just
hopeful.
call him back.
Yeah, I think like for me, that's when. And honestly, there's another thing. Probably one of the biggest things is I'm a pleaser. I want you to be happy. Like when you come eat there, and understanding. For me, probably one of the biggest things is understanding that I'm not going to make everybody happy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not going to love my taco. Everybody's not going to have the best experience. That's what we strive for. But there are things we do wrong, and we're going to, apologize and try to make it right for you. But there are also people out there that
You can't please.
you can't please.
Mm-hmm.
And that, when we first opened, let's say the first 100 reviews were amazing. And then all of a sudden, Karina got like the bad review, like that it wasn't good. I mean, I probably lost sleep over that because again, that got to me. Like, I want you to have the best experience. And I remember actually Casey that owns the Oakwood, he used to come eat there all the time when we first opened. And he was like, "No, girl, you have to let that go. Like, there are some people you're not going to please."
And it's kind of crazy how that happens, right? You have 99 great reviews, but then you have one bad review, and that's
that's what people
the
see.
one you think of. That's
Yeah,
the one that
for sure.
Yeah.
But think about it. I always say this, like, think about how many times you go eat somewhere and you love it, but you don't go online and make
Yeah.
a great your review. But if you had something really bad happen to you, what do you say when you leave? Like, I'm going to give them a bad review.
Yeah.
And that's just like our nature. So, learning, that's probably the biggest learning curve is like learning to let go that we try to do. And we reach out to them. Like if we did something wrong, you'll learn us. If we did something wrong, we're going to try to make it right. But we had Taco Tuesday. So it's back. Taco Tuesday's back.
Yeah,
every
Taco
Tuesday.
Tuesday's back.
Sorry,
Yeah, boy.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, Taco Tuesday's back.
Taco Tuesday's back.
Taco Tuesday's back. When the pandemic hit, we held on to
the
Taco
panorama.
Tuesday. Yeah, we held on to Taco Tuesday as long as we could, but it just, again, trying to use better products. The dollar taco didn't exist anymore. Unfortunately, with things going up, like you guys know, if you go to the groceries, it doesn't cost what it used
People
to cost.
probably hella bitter too.
Yeah,
what?
they
No
were.
more dollar
They
taco.
I'm
were.
like, you live the same economy we do. What do you
Right.
think we're doing?
And you almost think people should understand it because you go to the groceries and
Yeah.
you know it doesn't cost what it used to cost.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, like we held on as long as we could, and we
How many Taco Tuesdays did you go like not even making money just
probably a year.
Wow. Just to like keep up the image.
Yes, just to try
Oh
to keep
my
going.
God.
So you have to make the decision like, okay, we're going to hurt your feelings and stop this, but it's because we want to continue to be here. And I don't know where I was going with that. Am I drunk?
Taco
Oh,
Tuesday.
there's
Taco
that.
Okay,
Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday's
pleasing
back.
everybody, Google reviews.
Oh yeah, so we had a
my
lady.
ex.
Yeah, sorry, we had a lady on Taco Tuesday that every single Tuesday she would come in, and we knew she would complain about her order every Tuesday that we got it wrong, so that we could redo it and do it for free. And it became like it was like she was a professional free
Con
food.
artist.
Like
Wow.
she did it every Tuesday. And so it was very specific. Like it was a big order. So it would be for several people. And she would say, this one, toppings on the side. And that's another thing that you guys don't know. We're selling a dollar taco. And people are like, I want the toppings here and here. And I'm like, oh my God. And we would just do
Yeah,
it. And again,
right?
we want to make you happy. But it was all over the place. But this order would say, okay, this particular taco like this, and I want this on the side, and then this one. It was almost like confusing on purpose. But we got to where like 3 people
system.
checked it, because we knew, and she would still call the next day that we did it wrong. And but then we would say, okay, well, we'll remake your order. And then so, those sorts of things is again, I think one of the biggest thing that it's like, some people are just that way. There's nothing you're gonna do to make them happy, and that's okay. I think like I've had to understand that not everybody's gonna love my taco, not everybody's gonna love the food. we're not always going to be perfect. So again, we want the opportunity to make it right if something was wrong. But you just have to be able to let go of some of that stuff because it's not for everybody, and that's something you just have to understand.
No, I literally tried to do that slick so nobody would look.
No way, dude.
We're like, what's going on?
Yeah, what was that?
No, I was just trying to tell Bazzo if that was recording because it hasn't moved.
Yeah. Yes. I do think you can. And that's just, I feel like there's literally people that live for that are just bitter people that just want to do that.
Yeah. Like on Google, for example, like I get the notification you got a Google review. And sometimes, something was legitimately wrong. Like they'll say, hey, I did this, etc. You try to reach out and you fix it. Sometimes like I've had people go on there and it's a 1-star with no comment. Like nothing at all. So I'm like, okay, well, like, let us know what we did wrong so we can fix it. That's one thing.
Feedback,
Yeah, and then I've had people, like, a couple of times where they've put the review on there where it says, we went to try this out. Unfortunately, we had to throw away our food. Won't be back. And I'm like, okay, well, if you had to, like, throw away your food, like, come see us at the, like, what was wrong and let us fix it. So those kinds of things that's tough because how do you make it right with that person? Like, they just said we just had to throw it away.
Yeah, if you're right there at the restaurant, like, why wouldn't you just go up to the thing and be like, hey, you messed this up?
That's actually happened twice where people have posted, like, twice on Google where they'll say, yeah, we came to try that. One was on Brunch.
They got their name? Is their name on there?
Yeah, their name is on there.
Let them know after.
But,
we got that.
like, me and my husband came to try Brunch. Unfortunately, had to throw it all away. It's a shame we won't be back. But, like, to me, if it's that bad, you're literally throwing your food away, come see us. Like, what was wrong? What can we remake for you? Then just, like,
I don't know. I remember I've been to a fucking McDonald's and they didn't put hey, wait, there's a point. There's a point to this.
It could just be a McDonald's. Why is it a fucking McDonald's?
A fucking McDonald's. What do you want me to?
I went to a fucking McDonald's.
That's not how I said it.
That's
not how you said it.
Like, with the accent and everything.
How many cups has he had?
I've had a few.
There's a passion.
So I'm walking into a fucking McDonald's.
And I'm fucking ass. Where the gabagool? Okay.
You went to a McDonald's, brother.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And they didn't give me the meat. It's literally just.
Do you know that's happened? That's happened to me.
But you know what I didn't do?
What?
I didn't go on fucking Google.
And leave them a review.
I just went back. I'm like, yo, there's no meat.
They were trying to turn this motherfucker vegan, bro.
Yeah. But
I just went there. And you know what they did? They gave me 6 fucking McDoubles, dog.
Oh, nice.
They hooked it up. I love them there.
Nice. But they made it right?
Yeah, they made it great.
Do you know that has happened? I have had people call me that say, hey, we got home and like there wasn't anything in our tacos. That's happened like twice and probably on a Taco Tuesday that they forgot. You know what it was?
How do you forget to put meat in a taco?
Exactly.
That's number one ingredient.
Exactly.
It's fucking tortilla.
Exactly. So what does that tell you? We're bound to mess up at some point, but we want to make it right for you. That particular time is funny because I talked to the employee in the kitchen. She's like, you know what? I sure did forget because it was avocado. And she did the avocado and we have avocado tacos. So in her, she's like, you know what? I know exactly what you're talking about. And I sure did forget that. Like, and of course, like we made them a free order, like we fixed it, but we're not perfect. Like,
no, no one is.
It happens.
Except for you, babe. She knows who she is.
She's out there.
She knows who she is.
She knows who she is.
Yeah.
So we're gonna mess up, but I think in business the only thing you can do is when we mess up, we want to make it right for sure. But we don't know what it is if you don't tell us. Yeah. Exactly. So how can we work on it? I mean that's the hardest thing of being in business. Knowing what you're doing wrong, so it can only get better.
All right, so we have Mickey Mouse, right?
Uh-huh.
And then what's the Donald? What's his name?
Donald Duck.
That's the word of the day. Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
There you go.
Congratulations.
What does that mean?
That's it. That was the word of the day. Was duck.
So
nobody said it though, but you said it now.
Miss.
What does that mean?
That's it. It was just the word of the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought I got a prize or something.
No,
that's the prize.
You got
Yeah,
that duck.
Okay.
That rubber duck is yours.
Where's that duck been though, dog? It's been in your bathwater. Let me get that. Shit.
No, I actually wanted it in a crane machine, dude.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So those things are not a scam after all, dude.
Oh no, they're still like kind of loosely set up to be a scam.
They have one at the movies that you do it till you win.
What movies is that?
You do it till you
AMC.
win, so you pay one price and then you keep going.
Yeah. But
Where-
it's stuff like this.
Is it in Chattanooga?
It's in Dalton.
No, the theater.
That's the only one
I'm
I let my
going.
daughter play. Because she wants to
Because
win.
you know something's gonna happen.
Yeah, so she's going to win something. She's going
Yeah.
to win a rubber duck.
Yeah, I was waiting. I've been waiting an hour for somebody to say the word duck, but nobody said it. But it's all right.
I'm out. Sometimes I wait for shit too, dog. like what?
What are you waiting for?
When I was younger, bro, I have a
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I have astigmatism.
Okay.
So
Spell it.
what the fuck? Do you hang out with this? Why did she say that, dude?
Because
She's with your friends, dog.
She's been in the studio. She's been in the studio too long,
Have you
dude.
been here before?
No, but that's something that me and a friend say.
That's what we say.
I have a friend that we have been friends for.
Where's she
I'm gonna
at?
show
What's
my
she
age,
doing?
but we have been friends for over 25 years. And she makes fun of. She thinks I talk very fancy. Like she thinks I use words that she's like. Really? So she started this thing like I would say a word. She's like, spell it. So we do that. Like if somebody uses a big word, we're like, spell it.
STIGSM. Stigmatism.
See, now we're so stupid. We don't even know if he spelled it right. We have no clue.
We're not stupid. Drunk.
You got to do it fast and with confidence, dog. I spell
That boy spelled.
But no, when I was younger, dude, so I had astigmatism. So I had to wear glasses. And then but I didn't know it was called astigmatism. So I used to say I had autism.
So hold on a second. I'm gonna be really dumb here. Stigmatism is with an S?
Yes.
I've always thought it's something with an A.
Oh no, it is. Yeah, no, it is an
Everybody
A.
always say
it
S.
is start with an A.
Because you said S. I'm like, hold on.
A is it starts with an A.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, but I thought it was fucking autism. So I used to tell everybody on the playground I had autism. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, I got autism in both eyes. So, anyways, Miss Karina, before you guys turn this goddamn music on again, is there? Can you please close this show out? I've had a lot of fun, George.
This is a great episode.
Is it over? Wow, that went really fast.
Solid episode.
I wasn't even
Solid
drinking,
episode.
and I feel like the effects of all this from y'all.
This was
Solid
so much fun.
Oh, good. Because
we could
I
go
told
for
you
another.
guys I was having nightmares.
Yeah.
You weren't here, Kelvin.
Nightmares?
I was telling them that like every day this week I woke up in the middle of the night like scared about this podcast.
Really? But then I walked in here and everything changed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Everything
That's what I
was
do.
better.
That's what I do.
So, but yeah, thank you.
Yes,
This was
thank you.
a well-needed laugh
Yeah,
for
awesome.
all of us. So,
You got anything you want to promote, plug?
anything coming out with Sol De Mayo? Anything coming out with you? If you have another baby on the way,
Oh, is it time? Is it time?
No other babies on the way. No more babies on the way.
tubes are tied, ladies and gentlemen.
No tubes are tied. No tubes are tied.
That garage is closed.
No.
brother.
Nah, the
but
business is
no.
still open. It's still open.
No more babies on the way. But yeah, for sure. Actually, we have been working on. I'm glad that you guys and we talked a lot about brunch. But our brunch menu is we did it simple for a reason. You know, you don't want to complicate things. It's pretty simple. But we have been working on some new things for brunch. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. Hopefully next month. We've got these giant mimosas that you see here. That's one, you know.
Tower.
Yeah, well, you don't have to get refills. So we do have new things coming. Again, Taco Tuesday's back, so come see us. But we're just excited. We will have some Cinco de Mayo stuff coming up. Our big five-year party. So hopefully you guys can come. Join
Absolutely.
Us for that.
Yeah, we'll host it.
absolutely.
We'll host it for
Yo,
you.
Sure.
if
Yeah.
you
Awesome.
need anything, we got a paycheck first, but
Yeah, for
we'll do
sure.
anything.
For
Yeah,
sure.
but we'll definitely.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Maybe you guys could be like live from the 5-year anniversary.
We interview
That'd be
people.
fun.
We interview, and this person is 6 mimosas deep. What do you
Right.
think about?
Last year, this guy was on the table shooting
Exactly.
the champagne gun.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes.
we can work something out. We
I
got to
love
talk
it.
numbers first.
Yes.
Now we're very expensive. I'm just gonna let you know that right now.
I believe that. I believe that because I didn't even know you guys. I know we're about to wrap this up, but I didn't even know you guys did commercials until I really started watching. And I'm like, I feel offended. They've never asked me.
No,
to
we sold
be a
our
commercial.
soul to D Food.
I see that.
Soul.
I see it.
Bro,
Yeah,
deep,
so
and
that's
Mariscos, even though we don't but we don't shoot ads
on.
with them anymore. But shout out to him, man. Everybody that comes with us, I feel like
Yeah.
even if you do a
Big
one,
Zax.
even if you do
Yeah.
a Big Zax B18,
B18.
Yeah.
Johan.
And I think
Yo.
you guys are really good about that. So really, truly, thank you for
and,
getting
and
us
you know
too.
we don't care if you come in for just a one time ad or you're a long term sponsor. Anything, man, helps. It helps us, and I'm just glad we're helping you.
You guys
And
do. Thank you.
Would love to help you in particular, just because we love going there. You know, it's something we really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So it would be a very easy,
Thank
you know.
you.
But anyways, like
So
I said,
after the 100 days, come get a free tower because Griffin will.
yeah, for your sobriety. Let's get drunk for your sobriety.
Dude, nah, we'll kill you. I can go kill you.
Now I guess I gotta wait for 100
You gotta
days.
make 100 days. I mean,
I think if you go 100 days without drinking and you drink a tower, you will die.
No, I don't think so.
No, you would die.
I'll probably go right back into the place I was at before.
No, you would.
It's a really dark
It
place.
was a hell. It was just hell. All right, so
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Stanley Only Boys podcast.
We'll see you guys next week.